الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. We give praise and adoration to Almighty Allah, the ever-existing being that has been existing before the existence of existence. When he wanted existence to exist, he established existence, he manufactured existence, he created existence and told existence to exist. He said existence, it shall come to a time while you will cease to exist and I will continue to exist. كل شيء فاني إلا الله باقي اللهم مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير الحساب. But we give praise once again. You're welcome to DEEN Lifestyle on Citizen FM 93.7 FM. Sorry for the delay. You know, Nigeria is celebrating. We are 62 years of our nation, 62. And it's one of the reasons why we are starting behind schedule to join the live broadcast. May Allah continue to strengthen us. May Allah continue to bring us together. We just add the speech there. It talks about, it emphasizes on the need for the harmonious relationship for us to live in harmonious, for us to live peacefully. We can get better. We can be bigger than this. We should study the message, we should listen to the message. The message is all about living together in oneness. Strength, it is what we need. Living together, the God that has created us the way we are. He has given us, he has made some people to be Igbos, he has made some people to be Hausas, he has created some people to be Yorubas just for us to identify ourselves. We are one. Let us live with that message. Nigeria will get better. The labor of our hero spouse shall never be in vain. This is an abridged program today. What do we need to tell ourselves? What do we need to tell ourselves? It's just a reminder about the path and the only way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has enjoyed us in the Quran that whatever we want to do, we should do it with sincerity, with the best of intentions. I start with a verse from the Quran, what Allah reminded us with. They said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idkhulu fi silmi kafa wa la tattabi'u khutuwati shaytan innahum lakum aduwwun mubin. Allah reminded us that He called upon the believers, enter perfectly into the deen of Islam. idkhulu fi silmi kafa wa la tattabi'u khutuwati shaytan innahum lakum aduwwun mubin. O you who believe, enter perfectly in Islam by obeying the rules and regulations of the Islamic religion, and follow not the footsteps of Shaitan, the cursed one. Verily, he is to you a plain evil, a plain enemy. Allah says, Allah command his servant who believes in him and have faith in the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to implement all Islamic legislations and law. That is to adhere to all its commandments as much as they can and refrain from all its prohibitions. The mufassiruns, the scholars, the ulamas, idkhulu fi silmi means, silmi there means Islam, and the Allah statement kafa perfectly in its entirety. Enter to the deen of Islam completely. You can't say you are a Muslim here and the next day you are found wanting. If you want to do Islam perfectly to the best of your abilities. Wala tattabi'i khutuwati shaitan. It is known that Shaitan is a cursed one and he will never see us prospering. It's on that path to stray us away from the path of Allah. وَلَا تَتَّبِعِ خُطْوَاتُ الشَّيْطَانِ. Don't follow the footstep of shaitan. Meaning, perform the act of worship and avoid shaitan command. In another verse, again, Allah reminded us that this is what shaitan is all about. What is he all about? It is a what? إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُكُمْ بِالسُّوءِ وَالْفَحْشَاءِ وَإِن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Shaitan commands you only what is evil and what is sinful. That is the command of shaitan. And that you should say that Allah you know not. You should not tell Allah that you don't know. Ignorance is not welcome in the sight of Allah. Don't say you have not been told. This is what shaitan is all about. وَلَا تَتَّبِعِ خُطْوَاتُ الشَّيْطَانِ. Don't follow the footpath of shaitan. You will be derailed. And again, in another verse, I think Quran chapter 35 verse 6, Allah reminded us about shaitan. He said what? إِنَّمَا يَدِعُونَ حِزْبَهُ لِيَكُونُ مِنْ أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. He only invites his followers to do what? That they may become the dweller of the blazing fire. That is the work of shaitan. It doesn't invite you to prosperity. Whatever shaitan gives you, knows that there are consequences to it. Knows that you are living on a borrowed time. It is Allah that you follow. It is Islam in its perfect that you follow. It is Islam in its entirety that you do. Don't follow the footpath of shaitan. It is a cursed one. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطْوَاتُ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُمْ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. He's a cursed one. He is. And that is what the promise he has made for himself. Just to see people derailing. In Quran 6 verse 162, he also let us understand that inna salat and nuski wa mahayaya wa mamat lillahi rabbil alamin. Say Muhammad, Allah was telling Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam then that verily my salat, that is prayer, my sacrifice, my living and my dying are for what? Are for Allah. It is only when we inculcate this in our life, that is our living, our death, our striving, our sacrifice, our prayers, our morning, our afternoon, our night, all belongs to Allah. Idkhulu fi silmi kafa. Don't let us leave one or two things out of it. Whatever you are doing, whatever relationship you have, whatever tijara you are doing, whatever selling and buying you are doing, whatever thing you are saying, whatever action you want to exhibit, you want to carry out, knows that it is an act of worship. It is only when we remember that Allah said He has never created, He did not create the jinns and the mankind except illa liya'budun, except to worship Allah. Let us be conscious with this. Let us be conscious with this. Let us live with this. It is only when we inculcate this habit, this consciousness, that whatever we are doing, you can see, Allah said, فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةُ فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةُ, when you are done with your prayers, فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ, spread on the part of, to any part of the world. وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ, seek from the bounty of Allah, seek from the bounty that Allah has given. It is only whatever actions you are doing in your marriage today, knows that the marriage, the coming together of man and woman is also an ibadat. It's also an act of worship. He said, Prophet Muhammad, let us understand that when you marry, you've actually completed your half of your deen. The remaining half, do you sit down to ask yourself? No. The remaining part of that deen that you're expected to complete is whatever actions, how you make that marriage. Whatever you are doing, you are being obedient to your husband. You are striving to provide for the family. Whatever you are doing, it is an act of worship. Whatever, anything you place, whatever thing you do in your personal relationship with people, knows that whatever you are saying, whatever you say to people, it is an act of worship. It is Islam. Your death, your living belongs to Islam. Let us continue to strive on this path. Let us be among those who are living. Let us be among those who remembered Allah, because they said, مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُ رَبَّهُمْ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَذْكُرُ رَبَّهُمْ كَمَثَلِ الْحَيِّ وَالْمَيِّتِ. The similitude of those who remembered Allah and those who don't remember Allah. The similitude of those who are conscious of Allah and those who are not conscious of Allah is just like a living and a dead. So whatever you are doing, be conscious of Allah. It is all about worship. Islam is it in its entirety. Allah has perfected this for us. Yes. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت لكم عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام الدين. Has perfected this deen for us. When Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was saying, when his Lord said to him, in إِذَا قَالَ لَهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ أَسْلَمُوا, submit. He said what? قَالَ أَسْلَمْتُمْ, I've submitted myself. لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ, to the what? To the Lord of mankind, to the Lord of the jinns, to the Lord of the universe, the entire universe. That he submitted. This ayat, if you look at it critically, if you look at it, this ayat indicates that Allah commanded Ibrahim to be sincere with him and to abide and submit to him perfectly. Adhere to Allah's command. Adhere strictly to Allah's command. Islam encourages us to live with one another peacefully. Islam encourages us to do what? To transact without betraying people. Islam doesn't encourage betrayers. Whatever thing you want to do, mention it. Islam encourages us to seek knowledge. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, let us understand that we learn from what? From the cradle till death. He said, if your today is not better than your yesterday, it implies that you are not living. So how do we make that difference if we don't seek for knowledge? Inna Allah yuhibbul afiya al-amal. Whatever work we want to do, let us be conscious of Islam in it. Let us be conscious of Allah in it. That is Islam. If you are fortunate to read the Quran, if you are lucky to understand, to strive and understand the meaning of the Quran, majority of people don't have that opportunity. But it is encouraged, because it won't be an excuse in the sight of Allah. Allah, let us understand that if you are not a scholar, the category of people of knowledge, if you are not a scholar, it's you either be someone that asks questions, and if you don't ask questions upon the path, what do? You sit you move with the people of knowledge so that you can be guided. Ignorance is not permitted. You can't say you don't know. It is never an excuse, and it's not going to be an excuse. Yes, it's not going to be an excuse. It is not going to be an excuse at all. So let us establish this relationship with Allah. Let us establish this relationship with Allah. If you establish this relationship, this is when Islam will not become a struggling path for you. Allah has perfected everything. Everything is complete. This life is complete, but He has not created everything equally. Yes. The life is complete. He has created everything perfectly, and He has given us this mantle, this path to follow. Let us strengthen our trust in Allah. Let us establish our relationship with Allah. And to strengthen this trust in Allah, to establish this consciousness in Allah, it is neither by chance. It is what? It is neither by chance. It is a journey of immense spiritual growth. That is, it is a journey that cracks open the heart. It arises. It awakens your innermost vulnerabilities. And when the wound that is stored, that is when the heart fully connect and surrender to Allah. The first thing to do to establish, to remain conscious of Allah, let me tell you one, is to have a relationship with the Quran. Is to what? Is to have a relationship with the Quran. We know that the Quran is Kalamullah. It is the word of Allah, nobody else. Whatever you see there, it was revealed. It's a revelation. Nobody scripted it. No human scripted it. It is purely Allah's command. It is purely Allah's words. Notice that I said have a relationship with the Quran. There's a difference between having a relationship with the Quran and reading the Quran. If you read the Quran, you know it how to read well, you don't know how to read well, you'll be rewarded. But when I say have a relationship with the Quran, I'm asking you, do you read the Quran out of love for Allah? Or because you should read it? There's a difference. Do you read this Quran out of love for Allah, or you just read it because you want to read? Do you read this Quran because it makes you so happy, brighten your day, and gives the inner peace, and gives you the inner peace you want, or because you feel guilty if you don't read it, you'll be questioned? That's the question you ask yourself. Does this Quran make you happy when you're reading it, or you're being forced to read this Quran? Whether you come from a place of love or guilt affect the way you interact with the Quran. Yes, affect this change with the way you interact with the Quran. Building a relationship with the Quran begins with reading it frequently and branches out to develop multiple ways of connections. You see, I've told you before whatever you want to do, it is Islam. This is it again. Read the Quran, talk about the Quran, study tafsir, learn Arabic, implement those things you've read. Implement it and let your heart be open to receiving the guidance of the Quran. When you are reading it, notice the ayat that resonate with you. Yes. If you ask one or two people, they will tell you the ayah that resonates with them. Those who read it consciously, when they listen to that ayah, their heart gets awoken. They are awoken. It is a journey of immense spiritual journey. It is a path. It doesn't happen a day. You must be conscious with it. Infuse your life with the Quran. Let it become a living. Infuse your life with the Quran such that you become a living, walking, talking embodiment of the Quran. Yes. Live with it. Live with it. Establish that relationship with Allah. Establish that relationship with Allah. Once you can establish that relationship with Allah, you're on the right path. You're entering to Islam in its completely. Another thing, another way to strengthen your relationship with Allah is what? Is to make massive dua. To make du'as. It's to what? It's to make du'as. You remember when Allah said, and when my servant asks you concerning me, then surely I am very near. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ الدَّعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. And when my servant asks you concerning me, then surely I am very near. I answer the prayer of the suppliant when he calls on me. So they should answer my call and believe in me and believe in Allah. Be conscious of Allah. Okay? Be conscious of Allah. Study part. We have some few minutes left, and if you want to be part of the program, 5 minutes. Let's see if we can take some call. The number to call are 090-3222-9797. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from? Lapi, hello. Can you speak in English, please? Yes. So, the number to call once again are 090-3222-9797. 080-8222-2037. 090-3222-9797. 080-8222-2037. 081-8222-2205. 081-8222-2205. What have we been discussing? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. What have we been discussing so far is for us to enter the path of Islam.
Hello.
Hello?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Kindly speak with us in English.
Okay.
What have we been discussing so far is to enter this part of Islam kafa with what all you have. Let me remind you something. Whatever you are doing, people are looking at you. Whatever relationship you are establishing, people are looking at you. If you call yourself a Muslim, if you call yourself a believer, whatever actions you're carrying out, it is Islam you are selling to people. If you want, it is our actions and inactions that doesn't make this DEEN attractive to people. Whatever we want to do, realize that you are sending a message to people. The Quran, majority will not have that time to read the Quran or understand the meaning in its entirety. But you, as a Muslim, they will be looking upon you. They will be looking at you. It is what you do will transmit to them as a message. You are preaching this religion to me, and this is what you are doing contrary to what you are saying. ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنهم لكم عدو مبين. We are encouraged to do Islam as to the best of our abilities. To the best of our ability, whatever you want to do, your living, your death, it is all about worship. It is all about Islam. Be a good example. You remember, the prophet that we're following is best of mankind. He comes with the best that we can imitate from him. This is my message for you today. I still remain Abdullahi Baba Umar. Join us same time next week on DEEN Lifestyle. Thank you and remain blessed.